Everything you're going through right now, it's not for nothing. All your failures, all your doubts, or trying something new, it's going to work out. It wasn't for nothing. You know, dreams are meant to be hard. Like, they're hard to achieve for a reason. Could you imagine if you just dreamt of something and then the next year it happened? Like, you would probably get bored and then find a new dream and never be satisfied. The dream you're chasing, it may not happen, but you know what's going to happen if you give up. You do know the end of that story. What you don't know is if you keep trying and you keep failing forward and you keep going, where that dream could take you. I think we as humans need to surrender to the fact that not everything is on our own timeline. You can't force certain things in your life, no matter how much money or status you have. It's God's time. It's God's timeline. And the sooner you realize that, the easier things become. The easier the patience and the waiting and the waiting season becomes. My point is this. If you feel like you're failing, you're probably in a really good spot, because it means that you're actually going out there and you're chasing your dream. Versus somebody who's sitting on the couch wishing that they had the courage and bravado to go chase their dream. I think oftentimes people are too afraid of failing, or they're afraid of what their family will think, or their friends, or their spouse. But guess what? When you're on your deathbed, I don't think that's what you're going to be thinking about, is what others thought about you. You're going to be thinking about the chances that you didn't take and what life you could have had. I think, in my mind, at the end of our lives, we see all the different versions of ourselves that we could have been had we chosen a different path. And I don't want to wake up one day on a deathbed and see the version of myself that I could have been if I would have kept going, if I would have just pushed past the no's, pushed past the resistance and past the failures, and just not worry about things that don't matter, things that I'm not gonna even remember in the next 5 years. We all have dreams for a reason. God gives each one of us a dream in our heart that's different from every other person's. And there's a reason why you have that dream. And it wasn't for nothing. It wasn't random. And, you know, I think we need to redefine what success looks like. I've been thinking a lot about this, and I think being in your 30s, you really realize success looks like a slow morning cup of coffee. And for me, it's journaling out here in this park with my dog. It's not the fancy cars or the luxurious homes. Of course, who wouldn't want that? But those things don't make us happy at the end of the day. It's just vapor. What's gonna make you happy is chasing what your heart desire is. And here's the thing about your dream. Nobody else can tell you that it's not worth it, because it's your dream. And of course it's worth it. Like I said, you didn't fail, you're not failing, you're not wasting time if you're spending that time chasing what you truly desire. Lean into the resistance, because what's waiting on the other side could be something that could surprise you. It could be your dream completion. It could be a step in a different direction. It could be a redirection. I don't believe in failures in life. I believe in redirections. So maybe you need this message right now, maybe you don't. But my point is, when it gets really hard, that's a good thing. That's good. That means you're doing something outside of your comfort zone. You're doing something that matters. Chasing your dream is never going to be a day wasted.